Hello, everyone. I'm Brittany Kalis with SIG University. In our next installment of the Meet the Faculty Friday series, we are talking with Lawrence Kane. Lawrence is a SIG University Advisory Board member and serves as a faculty member for the CSP program. He was also inducted into SIG's Future of Sourcing Supernova Hall of Fame in 2018. In this series, we're meeting with faculty members of SIG University to get to know them a bit better and ask a few questions about SIG University and the program or programs that they faculty. Lawrence, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, you kind of already gave away the most important thing. I'm fortunate enough to be in the SIG Sourcing Supernova Hall of Fame, which is pretty cool. That's based off of a lot of history. I've been part of creating many of the industry's leading practices, everything from leadership boards to advisory boards to think tanks and kind of thought leadership type functions, and try to bring that forward to help SIG and other organizations and kind of raise that bar for the membership so that we collectively are doing better as an industry than we were, before conversations happened. So I'm real passionate about helping people learn, advance, and grow in strategic sourcing, procurement, supply chain, the vendor management, all the various aspects of our art. And part of the way I do that is through helping out with SIG University. And I also helped create a lot of the original content when this thing got started years and years ago.
Great. Thank you so much, Lawrence. So you're not only faculty for SIG University and contributed content to our programs, but you've also taken 3 of the programs alongside other students: Certified Sourcing Professional, Certified Supplier Management Professional, and Certified Intelligent Automation Professional. Having participated on both sides in our classroom, could you tell me about the value that you feel SIG University has to offer students?
Sure. So it varies a little bit class by class, right, in terms of what the actual content is, but think of it as kind of a focused collegiate level course that gets into the theory and some of the application around what it is you need to do. So like the CSP is a good example of that. It's almost like an MBA program just about strategic sourcing, and the whole sourcing life cycle goes relatively deep in some areas. Stuff that if you have been in the industry, you're probably going to find you didn't know. If you haven't been in the industry, it's a great way to learn about it. And what you'll find is it's sort of the baseline, in my view, for what knowledge you need to have to be successful. And of course, there's advanced level things I believe in the work and executive program that's coming up. But it's really for those folks who are practitioners or who are managing or leading a group of practitioners. This is what helps you're set up for success in our field.
Thank you so much, Lawrence. Now, you volunteered for a number of different weeks in our semesters for CSP, but the week you most often moderate discussions for is week 7, where we cover the second segments of the SIG sourcing wheel. Analyze, which includes sourcing strategy and development, outsourcing strategy, and supply market selection. And the third segment of the SIG sourcing wheel, execute, which includes implementation plans, RFX, and solicitation plans, negotiations, and essential elements of a contract. Tell me, as we educate sourcing professionals to move from tactical to more strategic, how the lessons covered in that week aid in that metamorphosis.
Yeah, part of the reason I like that week is because that's where you're sort of taking your strategy, making it real. And we have a lot of interaction with students talking about things like, how do you prepare for a negotiation? Instead of what a lot of folks do is they'll kind of throw an RFP over the wall, they'll show up in a room, and things may or may not go well from there. So it's really trying to you kind of hinted about it when we talked about the sourcing wheel, right? It's a process that's continuous, and we try to take the theory, drive into application, give students the understanding of what that application might look like. And then there's some kind of Q&A chat sort of thing that goes on, which helps folks actually delve a little bit deeper and have some thought-provoking questions. And it really is designed to make kind of the folks who haven't really done it before give a flavor of what it's really like, and those who have done it before maybe solidify that information in a better way and give them things to think about that they may not have, because you learn from your mistakes as well as your successes. And personally, I learn more from mistakes. So when you see, oh, that's the way I should have done it, then it can be really illuminating.
I definitely agree, Lawrence. I feel like we definitely learn the most from our mistakes. So Lawrence, you are very passionate about professional development and elevating the sourcing industry and professionals in general. What advice can you give to students embarking on their journey with SIG University?
Well, I think if nothing else, the last couple of years have pointed out that supply chain actually really matters. It's not just buying stuff. I have talked to C-suite level folks at Fortune 100 size companies who think that procurement is still purchasing, right? We just go buy stuff. It's paper pushing. It's not a big deal, right? Well, absolutely not true. And I think folks are starting to really understand that, which then does a couple of neat things, right? It gives us more of that seat at the table, but also means we have to earn it and stay at the table. So it's really important that we go from the low level tactical procure to pay stuff and drive more of the strategy and really be there to help the business understand what should we buy, what should we do ourselves, how should we acquire it, what's the best way to work with those suppliers, how do we remediate value leakage, how do we assure that our supply chain will be uninterrupted no matter what happens, right? And make sure that we are really driving value in the same kind of way that any other profession does. And that's part of where the passion comes from, is making sure that folks get it, that, hey, this actually is a specialty. It's pretty cool stuff. I love playing with billions of dollars of other people's money and making really important decisions. But more importantly, I want those decisions to be good ones that actually move the company in a positive way.
Absolutely, Lawrence. So that kind of takes me into my next question. So you've been a consistent member of our faculty for years, but why is it important for you to volunteer your time as a faculty member?
Well, it goes with anything, right? When you start to get, you see the gray hair, right? I learned a bunch of stuff. Want to pay it forward. I had mentors that helped me along, and I wouldn't have been able to accomplish what I did without that. It's great to learn stuff from other people so that you don't have to figure it out the hard way. And then you can take that starting point and use that as a platform and launch from there and kind of bring it to the next level. And so I've been able to do that. And I love to be able to share it with other people who are passionate about this industry and help them to, kind of get to that platform that they can then go launch to the next level and pay it forward and teach other folks as well.
That is so wonderful, Lawrence. So that is a wrap on this installment of Faculty Friday by SIG University. Thank you, Lawrence, for spending a few moments with us, and thank you for your contributions to the industry.
Sure, happy to be here, and really appreciate what y'all do, and looking forward to seeing SIG University continue to grow and to drive knowledge out there. And I think my measure of success is going to be, I start seeing CSP as a requirement in like half the jobs on LinkedIn. I think it'd be awesome because the value that it brings would be very well known across the industry.
Absolutely. We've already started seeing that at some companies where they make that a requirement once you're onboarded, is you have to go through CSP. So make sure to tune in each Friday to meet another faculty member and learn more about SIG University.